Today's horoscope from Academy, Aries, June 26, 2025. Imagination is powerful now, possibly to the point of self-deception. However, if harnessed in the right direction, you can be highly creative. It's a time for looking within and finding ways to better satisfy your needs for imagination and spiritual meaning, even if it temporarily takes you away from pursuing your more worldly goals. Today's energies favor quiet or creative endeavors. The need to slow down and center yourself before pushing ahead shouldn't be ignored. Confusing signals or a sense that things are up in the air in your life, especially with money, support, and relationships, can leave you feeling in limbo. If there is some wavering about going forward with a relationship or financial matter, perhaps it's a sign to wait. With the sun in your solar house these days, it's a generally good time for building life strategies and learning more about your motivations and inner drives. However, tense aspects to the sun coming into play today can indicate overthinking. Concerns related to communication, learning, daily affairs, and staying up to date on personal interests can take precedence. You don't want to be out of the loop, but pulling yourself away sometimes is a must. The universe is not a sweet one today. Unfortunately, you could feel like you're in the center of the battlefield with your sweetheart about finances, assets, or what to do with an inheritance. As the mighty sun ignites your solar house of he'll cross swords in a square with Neptune, who is in your solar house of true love, romance, and dating. Rocky energy is amplified in the cosmos now. It would be better to shut off your phone, go read a book, and head to bed early rather than feed into the rocky energy that awaits. You and your lover may realize you'll never see eye to eye on income and expenses. The more customers, peers, and bosses you please, the better off you and your bottom line will be. You'll do well to keep each of them feeling like the most important person in your world. You are human and you need a hug every once in a while. It's not about sex or seduction, it's just a deep confirmation that you are a good and lovable person. If you can relate to this need, don't hesitate to get a hug from someone who loves you. Your emotions can feel a bit raw, you may experience tears or sad feelings even as you receive this hug. Let the feelings release and don't question your emotions. If you've been feeling quieter than usual, this will likely turn around today. Sometimes you have to stick your head out of your shell and partake in the world around you. Socializing tonight on a small scale, if possible, may be just what you need to quench what has lately been an unquenchable thirst in your soul. Drink deeply from this font of friendship. Experience is a vital part of your life path journey. The moon will play a vital role on both sides of the life's fence, at what is an important point in the year on both sides. As the moon leaves your work sector, this will wrap up its ordinary monthly visit, something that every 4 weeks can sharpen your instincts, act as a trigger and leave you emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware. This time, just as Venus moves into her final 12 days, Uranus his final 2 weeks here, and as Mars is settling into his early days in your career sector. Meanwhile, 2 days after the Sun left your relationship sector, but in between one major chapter and the next, the Moon brings a chance to check in and become more emotionally engaged and aware. 2 days after the Sun left your relationship sector, not only taking the solar off your relationships but leaving it empty for the first time since May 2024, the Moon returns for its monthly visit. With Venus, the planet of love, still 12 days away, this is a chance to check and begin to process the journey so far, before the next phase begins. Aries, the energy today encourages quiet confidence over loud momentum. Youth of the day, the strongest presence doesn't need to prove itself. Color, crimson, deep, deliberate, centered. Lucky numbers, 1, 4, 14. Your fire is still there, but let it simmer. Use your voice with precision, your silence in the right moment will speak volumes. Our eyes in the sky. For June 26, 2025, the energy moves like a quiet current beneath the surface, persistent, transformative, and surprisingly revealing. The cards that step forward today are the Hermit, 3 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, and Judgment. Together, they form a powerful message about internal growth, emotional clarity, and preparing for a turning point. We begin with the Hermit, a figure often misunderstood as solitary or withdrawn, when in truth, this card speaks Of conscious retreat, a sacred pause to listen to your own wisdom without the noise of outside influence. Today might not demand loud action or quick answers. Instead, it invites you to create a little space. Whether it's a few minutes in nature, a journal entry by candlelight, or simply switching your phone off for a bit, the Hermit urges you to be with yourself. Ask, what truth have I been too busy to hear? Then comes the Three of Wands, and here the energy shifts. This card is about looking ahead with vision and trust, an encouraging sign that something you've set in motion is starting to grow, even if you don't see the full results yet. Maybe it's that effort you put into a relationship, a job application, a personal goal. The Three of Wands says, keep going. Momentum is building, and your patience is not in vain. Don't underestimate the power of showing up, even when it feels like no one's clapping yet. The Queen of Cups brings us deeper into the emotional current of the day. She's calm, compassionate, intuitive, a reminder that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's about listening, holding space, and choosing softness in a world that rewards urgency. Today, you might feel especially in tune with others or even find yourself absorbing more than usual. Protect your energy, but don't close off. The Queen teaches us that vulnerability is a form of wisdom, and empathy, when directed inward as well as outward, heals. The Eight of Pentacles grounds everything. It's a beautiful sign of mastery and progress, the kind that grows slowly, with repetition, care, and quiet determination. There's something in your life right now that benefits from your consistent presence. Maybe it's your craft, your health, your healing, or your spiritual path. This card whispers, keep showing up. Your dedication matters. This is the part of the journey that others might not see, but it's where the real work happens. The roots you're planting are strong. And then Judgment. A call to risk. A moment when we are asked to step into a clearer version of ourselves. This card doesn't demand perfection, it asks for honesty. Where have you outgrown your old patterns? What parts of you are ready to be reclaimed, forgiven, or finally expressed? Judgment is like hearing your future self calling from just ahead, reminding you, you're not too late. You're just in time to choose again. Altogether, this reading invites you to blend reflection with purpose, sensitivity with action, and solitude with growth. Today isn't about flashy outcomes, it's about internal clarity, soulful alignment, and the quiet but powerful steps that move you toward your next chapter. So take a deep breath. Reflect on where you've been, and gently honor where you are. What is quietly calling you forward? And what story are you ready to rewrite? If this reading stirred something in you today, I encourage you to share a piece of it, maybe a personal reflection or a lesson you're carrying into the day. Your GHT could be the mirror someone else needs.